Welcome to Stock Investor channel. This is your daily stock analysis for October 14, 2021. Before we go into the technical sentiment and fundamental analysis, I want to bring your attention to this seasonal chart for S&P 500. I see a lot of similarity with the seasonal price action with what's happening this year. As you can see, according to seasonality, starting August to September, we have a pullback, and then moving forward in October and November and December, we will rise. So in order to do the comparison, I have put the two charts. So I've tried my best to put the two charts together. So this guy here is the current year here, and so you see this, and over here this is the post S&P 500 seasonal chart. So you can see that this area here, which is the September October in both charts, are showing similar behavior, and it is almost as if it's mimicking very close. From here onwards, according to seasonal, we just hang around in the same price range. So let's see what happens next. Alrighty, so moving forward to the trend. Like I always mention, the trend is your friend, and I've mentioned before in the last and the days before that, I mentioned that we will be seeing a bullish development from here moving onwards because the sentiment was excessively bearish. Looking at the price action for today, so for S&P 500 we went up 1.68% today, and we have crossed the 18 and the 100 EMA, and we got rejected from the 50 EMA, and we actually closed right at it. I suspect that we will see price action right around this range, just like we saw in the seasonality chart. So let's see how that goes. For now, the support is 435 because of the 18 and 100 EMA, and much stronger support is at 415, and the immediate resistance is at 442, and the next resistance would be 447 because we have seen this position, this price action has acted as resistance before here. So, and then the all-time high would also act as a resistance at 453.5. Moving forward to QQQ. On the QQQ, we also had a bullish day. We went up 1.84%. Right now we are at the support resistance 367. This level has been significant. As you have seen before, we have closed and opened around this level. So let's see what happens next. If we see a breakout from this level, I expect that we would probably gonna run for the all-time highs. Right now the support is 362, 360, much stronger support 342. Next resistance would be 369, 373, and the all-time high at 382. As I mentioned yesterday too, on the QQQ we were seeing excessive bearish sentiment and a put call ratio which showed very high puts, and like I always mention, we go for the opposite of the trend or the opposite of the popular point of view, and that is why we saw this bullish candle today. On the DIA, we also had a bullish day of 1.52%. We closed right by the 50 EMA at 348. Immediate support would be the 18 EMA, 347, or actually 100 EMA, 347. 18 would be 344, and much stronger support at 335. But the point being, just like the seasonality chart, I expect us to slowly grind higher by the end of December. Coming to the second part of the video, which is the sentiment analysis. Fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. First, take a look at the put call ratio. Right now we are hanging at 0.58, which is kind of a neutral level, doesn't say much, but when you look at the other indicators, it is easy to see that we are in a bullish trend now, and we should be seeing S&P 500 to rise higher. The VIX has gone down by 9.55% today. This is the support level for resistance 15.81. So if it reaches that level, we might expect some reversal. The CNN business fear and greed index, we are still hanging around on the fear range, which means that we are still in a good time to buy range. This is the IG client sentiment report. As I mentioned before, I was expecting that we will see a drop in the net traders to being short, and then the S&P 500 will actually march higher. So let's see what happens in the next few days, but it is following the same pattern that we saw here. As net traders became more and more short, S&P 500 marched higher. So comparing this and with the seasonality chart, I believe by the end of December we should be around all-time highs on S&P 500. This is the AAII member stock market sentiment survey, and according to this you can see that last week we were more are bearish and neutral and less bullish. Now it was updated on the 13th. We see there are more bulls than neutral and bearish side. As a contrarian indicator, I expect that we would have a neutral behavior moving forward. Historical averages for bullish are around 38%, neutral 31, and bearish 30. And if you look at the historical pattern for S&P 500, we gradually march higher. So I expect the same behavior now. If we are to see very high bullish sentiment around 50s, 55 or 60s, that would be a red flag, and we should be careful and should not be taking too much leverage at that point in time. But right now I think everything is good. So moving forward to the looking at the Morningstar fair market value. So right now we are overall at 1.03. So that is okay because this line is the average and we are about 3% above that, so it's fine. We look at the last 1 year, we hang around 1.5, 1.10, so we are still fairly valued. Technology sector 1.05, so we are overvalued by 5%. But if you look at the last 1 year, we hang around 1.2, 1.6, 1.8, so 1.05 is fine and still a good time to buy. So overall, as a summary, I would like to say that we are in a pullback territory, but we are coming out of it now. And as you can see that we are following the seasonality chart of S&P 500, and I expect the S&P 500 to keep on climbing till the end of this year and make new all-time highs. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for your time. Take care. Bye-bye.